How many times this season Chelsea got smashed after a good result? We got too excited, we celebrate, and then the next game, it's a disaster. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ogs. Welcome to the channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment down below. And in this video, I'm going to discuss about what Mauricio Pochettino should do to avoid the same mistakes that we've been seeing over and over this season. You know, human being, we have something called the recency bias, which is we tend to remember what just happened and forget everything that happened like a few months ago. But this time, if we do the same mistake, we over-celebrate, my friend, it's going to be the same exact result. Congratulations to the boys for an amazing display against Aston Villa at Villa Park. Nobody gave us a chance to go and get something out of this game, but we went there, we dominated, we completely destroyed them, and then we qualified for the next round of the FA Cup. Some people said that was the best game of the season, but I've seen better than that. Just like I said, it's a recency bias where people tend to say, this is the best I've never had. It's becoming just like a cliche for people to repeat something that just happened as the best. But if you dig deep, you will see that we said exactly the same things for other games that we played in the past. Don't get me wrong, Chelsea are not out of the wood yet. Pochettino still on probation. You never know, we still have some tough games coming up. The first one is going to be on Monday against Crystal Palace, a very tough London derby. And the following one is going to be Manchester City away. And then Chelsea need to play the Carabao Cup final at Wembley Stadium against Liverpool. So if we are not careful, we might go back to crisis again. If we don't learn anything from the game against Aston Villa, we're going to be doing the same stupidity and we're going to have the same result at the end. We are living in the world where people are very quick on pointing fingers, insulting people, but rare are the people who will bring solutions on the table. Right now, if you ask many people, they will say, get him out, Pochettino out. But my brother, you know that he's not going anywhere. You know that me and you, we don't have the power to sack Pochettino at the moment. We can only control what we can control. Try to bring something, some solutions on the table instead of insulting 24/7 and talking about things that are not realistic in your level. So I decided to be proactive as always and not reactive. Proactive just means do things to prevent a bad result that could happen instead of being reactive after fact. How many people would tell you the lineup is good, but if we lose at the end, he switched to say that I never wanted that lineup and Pochettino out. My friend, you wanted to see that lineup. You have to take some responsibility and be a man or a woman and assume what you said instead of flip-flopping. So I came up with 4 solutions for Mauricio Pochettino to save Chelsea season. Number 1, consistency. I'm talking about consistency in terms of the lineup and also in terms of run of games. Consistency is key. How many times this season you ask yourself, what Noni Madueke need to do to have 90 minutes back-to-back? It looks like you are rewarded by sitting on the bench every time you perform good. and some other players are there and they don't deserve it. If they are fit, they are in the starting 11. And somebody who just scored a goal or who had an amazing game is punished the following games for basically doing good on the pitch. Another example that I'm about to give you doesn't make really a lot of sense for many people, but even Mikhailo Mudryk, I still remember a few games that he scored. He scored winners, and then he got punished the next game or the next following 2 games he's on the bench. How do you expect him to be consistent on the pitch when he's not playing consistently? And you can throw whatever name you want there. I'm just using Mikhailo Mudryk as an example. Solution number 2. Mauricio Pochettino needs to use simple common sense. You know, everything in life, my friends, if you use common sense, you will be a happy man or a happy woman. You don't need a coaching diploma. You don't need to be a rocket scientist to understand simple common sense. Don't force it. If it doesn't work, my friend, try something different. Because it's going to be insanity doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different outcome. Mauricio Pochettino tried to complicate every single little things this season. Listen, there are certain players who are versatile, but 99.99% of players are not versatile. Just because it worked for one player doesn't mean that it's going to work for another player. Yes, you can change people's positions, but it needs to work. Now we see that Nicholas Jackson is doing pretty good from, the winger position from the left-hand side. It takes the responsibilities away from him of scoring goals. But it doesn't mean that Cole Palmer needs to play as a false 9 because it's not working for him. And every time he is in that position, he is missing incredible one-on-ones. That means he's not comfortable from that position. Levi Colwill, yes, you can play him 1 or 2 times when everybody is injured. But when you have Ben Chilwell, Jan Madsen, Kukureya on the bench, and you keep on playing Levi Colwill as a left back, that is top-level stupidity. And after the game, when we lose, you start complaining about we have a young team, we don't have experience, blah, blah, blah. But you had people on the bench that could have done the job better than the guy that you are forcing from the wrong position. Pochettino needs to stop being stubborn and stop trying to be somebody that he is not. Pep Guardiola can afford to change people's positions because he's been with the same team for almost 8 or 9 years. They understand the pattern of play. By heart, they are physically and mentally mature. They can cope with all kind of pressure. But you can't improvise something like this for a young team, probably the youngest team in the Premier League, that's been together for only 6 months. Just stop it, man. Stop stupidity. Solution number 3. Pochettino needs a plan B, a plan C, and even a plan D. In the Premier League, you got found out very quickly and very easily. People are working on your system 24/7. So if you don't have a plan B, you're going to get stuck when you get found out. I was happy to see against Aston Villa, Pochettino switched to 3 at the back at the end of the game. Unfortunately, we conceded a goal. But it's okay to know that we we can rely on another system just in case system 1 is not working out. Solution number 4, Pochettino need to be ruthless. Football is not your friend. People are going to judge you on your result. Don't be too loyal to certain players. You have to deserve your place in the starting 11 or even in the team in general. It needs to be meritocracy and not friendship. We've seen somebody like Raheem Sterling, very lazy. He's going to perform one game and go missing for 10 games, but he doesn't care because he knows he is always in the starting 11. How do you expect him to work very hard? We need to create competition, and people need to be aware of consequences and reward. Consequences in terms of you don't perform good, you're not going to play the next game, and the reward in terms of you played good, you're going to have your chance next time. I didn't want to be too greedy in this video. That's why I came up with only 4 solutions to save Chelsea season. Now it's your turn to get in the comment section down below and give your opinion, and let's keep the conversation going.